Hi there, my name's Tanya Friedhoffs, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in California. The topic I wanted to address today is one that comes up quite frequently in couples counseling, and it is a rather large topic that I am just barely going to touch the surface of today. But that is the topic of affairs. And one of the things that I think is a very common question is, can my relationship recover from an affair? Will it ever be the same again? And my answer to that is I have seen quite a few relationships recover from affairs. Not only work through that, but come to a place in their relationship where it's healthier and more fulfilling. Now, all that to say, I don't think the affair caused that, and I don't think there has to be an affair for that to happen. A couple might choose to work on their relationship and have those results just because of the hard work and dedication and time and effort they're willing to put into it. But a lot of times an affair might be the catalyst to do that kind of work. That is the thing that makes a couple step back and say, wow, our relationship has gotten to a dark place. This is not where we want to be. It might not even be, that we realize we were at this place. So I think that you absolutely can recover from an affair if both people in the relationship are wanting to put in the work and the effort to make that happen. Another common thought or question about affairs is, why do they happen? And that is quite a complicated answer, but I'm just again going to give you kind of a surface brush with my thoughts on that. I've had people sit in my office and tell me, I just made the decision. I was mad at my husband or wife. I wanted to hurt them like they had hurt me. And I just decided I was going to go out and have a one night stand, or I was going to go out and reconnect with this person, and I knew where it was going to lead, and I did it on purpose. But I find most cases that is not what happens. Most of the time, I think affairs start quite innocently, or at least accidentally. They aren't as purposeful and as planned as that situation, where a lot of times we'll meet somebody at work or at the coffee shop that you go to regularly, and you start talking and you enjoy that person's company, and a relationship starts to build. And a lot of times that relationship seems a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable than your marriage relationship because it's not complicated. You don't have kids, you don't have schedules, you don't have your past that has had its ups and downs and ways that you both annoy each other or trigger each other or have hurt each other. Like, none of that stuff is involved in this new relationship. And along with that, new relationships just in and of themselves can be exciting, and we tend to kind of have these different hormones that come up for us when you're meeting somebody new and you're starting to get to know each other and you feel like they're interested in you, and so you have all that to play in too. So when your marriage relationship is this very different relationship that yeah, it has a lot of maybe hurt or pain or baggage. It has a lot of history and good and a lot of other things in it as well, but we tend to focus on the negative things, and then we tend to feel awesome in this new relationship. And so people will just start spending more time together because it feels good and they like it. And let me just say that emotional affairs, having a close relationship with somebody who is not your spouse, can be just as damaging and hurtful as having a sexual relationship with the person you're having an affair with. And a lot of times people don't completely grasp that. But the thing is, if you are giving your time and energy and sharing your heart and having conversations with this person that you aren't having with your spouse, then you're giving yourself to them in a way that is very special and intimate. And even if you're not having sex with that person, you are sharing something with them that your spouse really wants to have with you. And so let me just say that we need to be careful. You need to be careful and guard yourself If you are wanting to keep your marriage vows and you are wanting to work on your marriage and stick with it, then you need to be careful of the relationships that you have outside of your marriage. And your husband or wife absolutely has the right to tell you, that relationship makes me uncomfortable. I hear people say, yeah, but like, I'm not doing anything wrong and we're just friends. And I have a right to have, the friends I have. And I don't have any ill intent in what I'm doing. And they're just trying to control me. But really, your husband or wife often is able to see things maybe that you don't. And also, as I've said in other videos and blogs, your husband or wife needs to be the most important and significant person in your life, and you need to treat them that way. And if that person is telling you, I feel scared, I feel insecure, I feel uncomfortable, then that should matter. And regardless if you feel like this relationship is inappropriate or not, if your husband or wife is feeling uncomfortable with how much attention you are giving to somebody else or time or what you're sharing, you guys need to have a conversation about it, and you need to listen, because a lot of times that is how affairs get to be something that we aren't wanting them to be. They get to be affairs. Um, so it's very important to realize that, um, you know, those great feelings we get from talking to someone else, that is a warning sign. And you need to make sure that you're guarding your marriage relationship. And then if you're finding yourself looking for something like that or feeling your needs met from something like that, then you probably need to focus a lot more on the relationship you're in and figure out what's going on and how to make that the amazing relationship that you want it to be. So maybe some more in the future, but that's what I had to share with you today. And if I could help you in any other way, please feel free to check out my website, TanyaFriedhoffs.com, or like my Facebook page. And thanks for listening.